Hey, it's Chris with Rigole Realty Group. And if you're watching this, you're either thinking about selling your home or you've already decided to move forward. And you might want to understand exactly what you're paying for and why. I want to walk through with you something that doesn't always get explained clearly in this industry, and that's agent compensation. What it covers, what your options are, and why we recommend what we do. So let's start with our fee, which is 3% of the sale price, and talk about how we earn that fee. Before your home ever even hits the market, we'll do a full walkthrough with you to give you a prioritized list of what to address to maximize your home's value. We know what buyers in this market are looking for and responding to, what appraisers are flagging, and where sellers might be leaving money on the table. The goal is to see your home through a buyer's eyes so that it appeals to the highest number of potential buyers and so that nothing catches us off guard later. So, to help with preparing your home for the market, we'll recommend vetted, reliable vendors and contractors who our clients have worked with in the past and trust. People who will show up, do quality work, and won't take advantage of you. Next, we help you strategically price and position your home to best achieve your goals, which in most cases is to sell as quickly as possible and with the highest return. Pricing a home is not just pulling comps and splitting the difference. It's understanding where buyers are psychologically, what the competition looks like, what your timeline requires, and how to best position your home to generate the most activity and the best offers in the shortest amount of time. If we price too high, you may sit on the market and have to ultimately reduce the price. If we price too low, you may leave money on the table. Our goal is to help you find that sweet spot that will again help you sell quickly and maximize your return. So we then launch a full marketing campaign for your home with professional photography and videography, digital floor plans, compelling listing copy, MLS exposure, open houses, social media promotion on various platforms, email marketing campaigns, and strategic outreach to the buyers and agents who are most likely to connect with your property. We don't just stick a sign in the yard and wait. We market it with intention. So when offers do come in, we don't just look at the price. We help you analyze the full picture, the buyer's financing strength, earnest money, contingencies, timelines, and the most importantly, ensuring that the buyer gets to the closing table. A high offer from a weak buyer may cost you time, money, and an opportunity, and our goal is to protect you from that. So once you're under contract, our work continues. We coordinate inspections, help navigate repair requests, manage appraisal issues, stay on top of the lender, communicate with the closing attorney, and make sure that all deadlines are met. There are a dozen moving parts between a signed contract and the closing table, and our goal is to manage all of them so you don't have to. So that's what our 3% covers. It's not just a transaction fee, it's a full service campaign with your biggest asset on the line. So now let's talk about the other side of compensation, what you might offer, if anything, to the buyer's agent. Following some recent changes to how our real estate compensation works nationally, sellers now have more explicit choices about this, and this is outlined very clearly in our seller agreement. So, number one, you can offer a specific amount to the buyer's agent. You can choose to offer a dollar amount or percentage to the buyer's agent, and we do recommend that, and I'll explain why in just a moment. Option number two is you can choose not to offer any compensation to the buyer's agent and leave that entirely between the buyer and their agent. The third option is you can reserve the decision and address the buyer's agent compensation on an offer by offer basis as offers come in. So here you're not proactively offering a set amount, but you're communicating that you're willing to consider offers that include some amount of buyer agent compensation. So our recommendation is that sellers offer the 3% of the sale price to the buyer's agent. And here's the thinking behind that. Most importantly, it keeps your home accessible to the widest buyer pool, and that's going to help sell it more quickly. Most buyers, especially first-time buyers, VA and FHA buyers, are not necessarily in a position to pay their agent's fee out of pocket on top of their down payment and closing costs. If those buyers are unable to cover all of those costs, that might effectively exclude them from making an offer on your home. Fewer buyers means less competition, and less competition means less leverage for you. It's also going to incentivize buyers agents to show your home. When your home offers competitive compensation, agents are more motivated to bring their clients to your property. When it doesn't, whether it's right or wrong, the buyer's agent may prioritize showing other homes that do. So we want to try to avoid that. It also can help reduce some friction at the offer stage. So when buyer's agent compensation is undetermined going into an offer, it often becomes a point of negotiation with the offer itself through seller concessions or price adjustments, and addressing it up front, clearly offering the 3% tends to simplify the negotiations and the back and forth. Some homeowners sometimes look at that 3% and see a cost, but we look at it and see that as an investment in buyer access, agent motivation, and a cleaner transaction, all of which will contribute to a higher sale price and hopefully a smoother closing for you. So, our goal is just to help us get to the finish line as quickly and painlessly as possible. So that's the full picture. Our 3% covers everything it takes to prepare, position, market, and close your home at the highest possible price and least amount of stress. And our recommendation is to offer 3% to the buyer's agent, which is about giving your home every competitive advantage in this market. So again, we're not just here to put a sign in the yard and pray. We're here to run a strategy from start to finish with your goals driving every decision. So if you have any questions about all of this, and I know that it was a lot, just reach out and let me know. I'd love to run through any of this with you if you have questions. Now, let's get that home sold. Talk to you soon. Bye.